Greetings and welcome to the Compendium. On today's episode, we feature Apsaras, a female spirit of the clouds and water in Hindu and Buddhist mythology. Quick note, not only am I a bit sick, so I'm losing some of my voice, but also I wasn't able to get a hold of anyone who could help me with the pronunciation of most of the names in this video. So if you are of Hindu or Buddhist background and you realize that I pronounced something wrong, feel free to let me know in the comments, but I also ask for your forgiveness. Right away, Apsaras is already a little complicated due to her name. In Hindu/Buddhist mythology, Apsaras' true name in Sanskrit is actually Apsara or Apsarasa, and it doesn't refer to just one particular spirit, but many, the same way we understand the word nymph, naiad, or pixie. One word to represent a race or type of people, particularly female in nature. For the sake of simplicity in this video though, we'll just keep referring to Apsaras as the singular spirit we know her as in the games, with her weirdly spelled name. I do have a theory for why I think her name came out this way, however. It may have been through a mistranslation from Japanese. In Japan, Apsaras' name is pronounced Apusarasu. It's common for consonant sounds in different languages to have extra vowel sounds added in Japanese due to the differing nature between languages and how Japanese consonant sounds always come paired with a vowel, with the consonant sound N being the exception, such as with the honorifics attached to the end of a name like chan or san. The English translators may have seen the name Apusarasu and just removed the vowel sounds that seemed extra in the word without looking into how it could actually be spelled in real life. It could also just be that Apsaras is just Apsara with the letter S added to it in English to make it plural, like how we would take the word nymph and make it plural by adding an S, turning it into nymphs. Or, since this is just a theory, I could totally be wrong. Who knows? If only I had a professional translator to talk about this stuff. Apsaras in the Mega 10 games is often a low-level demon encounter, designed to be one of the starter demons to help you in the early levels. Throughout her whole existence in the games, she has been a demon that is equipped with healing and support spells like status effects or buffing and debuffing. Although in the more recent games she's known as one of the first demons you get that can use Bufu ice magic, in past games she has also been known to wield Zeo lightning spells. In Persona 3, she is also able to do a powerful combo spell with Orpheus called Cadenza, which is an improvised or written out ornamental passage played or sung by a soloist or soloists, usually in a free rhythmic style. In the game, Cadenza heals party members and gives a massive evasion boost. All of these spell traits, past and present, actually make sense with Apsaras once you consider her mythology. In Indian mythology, Apsaras are beautiful supernatural female beings. They are youthful and elegant and superb in the art of dancing. They are often wives of the Gandharvas, or if I were to try and pronounce it more correctly, Gandharvas. Quick side note about the Gandharvas. In Hinduism, the Gandharvas are male supernatural spirits, husbands of the Apsaras. Some are part animal, usually bird or horse. They have superb musical skills and are frequently depicted as singers in the court of gods. That's all you really need to know about them. So Apsaras dance to the music made by the Gandharvas, usually in the palaces of the gods, where they entertain and sometimes seduce gods and men. As ethereal beings who inhabit the skies and are often depicted taking flight or at service of a god as a messenger, they may also be compared to angels. Lastly, Apsaras are also sometimes compared to the muses of ancient Greece. Remember when I said earlier how an Apsara is similar to how we understand nymphs or naiads from Greek mythology? As you can see from what was just described, the comparison actually goes deeper than just the name usage. In addition to that, Apsaras' name has been translated into several different languages with differing names that I can't even hope to pronounce correctly. But in English, it actually translates into nymph, celestial nymph, and even celestial maiden. So there's another comparison for you. Many artworks and sculptures exist of people's interpretations of what the Apsaras looked like, and it's really quite a treat to see since many of them are remarkably similar. Apsaras has gone through quite a few iterations throughout the games. However, I like her current look best. Her belt and necklace are made up of shiny blue gems that look like water droplets. Her skin is also somewhat blue-tinged, and her hair is a dark, almost velvet blue, which, along with her belt and necklace, can be interpreted as a direct callback to her mythos as a spirit of cloud and water. Her body is thin, toned, and lithe, and her clothes are skin-tight and somewhat resemble a leotard, all the trademarks of a dancer's body. And as a final cool little note, in traditional Indian culture, wearing bangles is considered a must for a married woman. In certain communities, there is also a custom which says that wearing specifically glass bangles was important since they symbolized the well-being of husband and sons. Although it's hard to tell from the coloring whether her bangles are metal or glass, I'd like to think that they are glass, since the Apsaras were frequently said to be wives of the Gandharva, or even human males. Apsaras is interesting because she has switched through many tribes, families, and even arcanas throughout her appearances. She has been known as a fairy, a yoma, which is a messenger of the gods, a nymph, a megami, a word which translates as goddesses, a suyu, which translates as mystical water, a part of the priestess arcana in Persona 3, and the temperance arcana in Persona 4. In Persona 3, the priestess arcana is known as the high priestess in real life. It is a card that symbolizes hidden knowledge, untapped power, wisdom, feminine energy or just a female presence, mystery, and patience. It is also known to be a card that symbolizes the link between us and our subconscious mind/intuition. It suits Apsaras lore-wise because since Apsaras generally are portrayed as messengers of the gods to man, they can be said to be in between the mortal and the divine, which is a spiritual interpretation of the link between the conscious and subconscious mind. Gameplay-wise in the Persona series, the spirits of the Priestess Arcana are commonly associated with healing and support attributes. As for her Arcana switch in Persona 4, the Temperance Arcana is a symbol of synthesis, prudence, harmony, and the merging of opposites. It is a card that represents taking the middle road, approaching life with patience and moderation, and avoiding extremes. It can also represent grace under pressure, the ability to not lose your cool despite how stressful a situation can get. Gameplay-wise, the personas of the Temperance Arcana are often well-rounded personas associated with balance and moderation. I feel like the High Priestess Arcana suited Apsaras better than Temperance, and I'm not sure why the change was made, but it isn't a bad choice. You can draw parallels to how Apsaras is the middle road between the divine and us mortals, also how her graceful dancing symbolizes grace under pressure. But considering how the Temperance Arcana is usually home to mythological beasts rather than human figures, and how Apsaras is more support in nature even in Persona 4, I'm not sure I fully understand the change. Oh well. This video was produced by me. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and once again, I apologize for the wonky pronunciations throughout this video. If you loved the video and would like to see more, or if you feel like there's more I could have said or some important fact that I left out, please leave me a comment below. I'm always aiming to improve and give you the best content I can. Until next time, friends.